Joining me right now on Kumite Radio is flyweight prospect Brayden Graham. What's going on, Brayden?
How you doing, man?
Good. The first thing I want to do is go back to 2016, the IMMAF Amateur World Title. You won 4 fights in less than a week, 3 of those via TKO. Tell me about the experience of winning that gold medal and standing on the podium.
Yeah, that was a great experience. It's a good moment, once in a lifetime. I actually went the year before and lost in the semi-finals to the champion. That was really good for me, actually. It sort of showed me what that level is for the gold medal, and I felt I exceeded that level the next year. But to stand up in front of that podium, I was I was just very, very grateful to be in the moment. I remember looking around and seeing a few people on their phones and that, and I thought there's enough people taking photos. I'm just going to take this in off the ice. So no, it was a great moment, actually.
After that, did you feel like you were ready to turn pro? Because you did turn pro after that.
Yeah. So I went pro after that. It was more. I was getting a lot of encouragement to go back and do it twice, but for me, there there was a little bit inside me that thought if I did that and went back and did it twice, I was kind of sandbagging, kind of hiding. So I just thought, well, you don't know how good these guys are at pro until you give it a whirl. So that's what I did. That was the mindset, really, just to give me something to push for. I feel like when I lost in the semis in 2015, that gave me the push for that win, and then that was something else. I got offered that pro or the chance to go back, and I thought, nah, it's more of a challenge. That's what it's about for me, is the challenge and the test. So that's how the mindset of coming back in for the pro. I wasn't sure if I was ready. I knew if as soon as I do something, I rise to the occasion or make my own level. So I proved myself in that one. That was a good fight.
Definitely. Now, just like in 2016, you are entering this fight on a 2-fight skid. What did you learn from that 2016 campaign that helped you during this training camp?
Yeah, I think the two fight skid, it was like one of them cycles, It come around in the cycle, and it actually reminded me of a few little things that I did exactly coming into that 2016. I'd done the same. I had actually replicated the same things, just on a different level, with mindset and preparation, and it was actually really, really good to have that happen to me then, because now it's not foreign territory. I come in here knowing that I've done this before, and almost a wee slap in the face, like, mate, same thing. How did you forget that? So it's easy actually to forget some little tiny bits in your recipe to success, and it can be as small as adding salt. So I'm back onto them things, and picked up a couple of new things while forgetting the old things, and have now combined them. So that ability to be able to look and review, because this has happened before, has been really helpful, and I've been able to actually review it a little bit better this time as well.
Well, your upcoming fight that we're talking about is your flyweight title fight at Aftershock 31 versus Ryan Robertson. During your last camp, because this is a rematch, you traveled to City Kickboxing to get some work with the boys over there. Are you doing the same this time around?
Yeah, I've popped up. I've been popping up there still, and working with Eugene. I mostly work with Eugene there, and I get in a lot of sparring with the boys as well. Having the likes of Kaikar France there, being in the same weight division, has been really good. But yeah, I have been going up, not as regular as the last camp, but still going up, and a very, very valuable part of my game, them guys, as well as the work that I do here with my home team, the Marcelo Lopes.
Yeah, let's talk. Can you give me some more insight on your team, Marcelo Lopes, BJJ?
Yeah, so we're a team of we're a team out of Blenheim, New Zealand. So we're a small town here. Marcelo, he moved here from Rio. He trained at Team Supreme under Raphael there. So he's come to New Zealand. He's established himself here now. So I've been working with him ever since I got into the actual MMA side of things rather than the martial arts. And we're a team of die-hard grapplers, really. That's what we like. That's our bread and butter. A lot of like-minded people have been attracted, and that's we all work together, and that's where our successes come. We've got myself that's won the IMMAF world title, and then also my teammate Gace. She won the IMMAF world title last year as well, in the lightweight women's division. So that was really good. That showed that our success out of this gym isn't a fluke. We've got a good recipe here, and we're going to keep sticking to it.
How pivotal has Marcelo been to improving and elevating your ground game?
Yeah, he's been really, really, really good. He's the main reason behind the ground, and this time here we've really stepped it up. Because of the couple of mistakes I made in the last fight. Marcelo took that very personal. That took them personal, even though it was me that made the mistakes. He's been really on my case for the grappling, because that's what me and him love. Like, at the end of the day, we love all aspects of fighting, but it's the grapple there. That's where I really excel, and he's been really working, and it's more the details that he excels me on, and I think he understands how to communicate with me, and he's been working with me long enough to understand how I learn things. He changes his style a lot for each person, but he really has a good teaching style that he switches on for me, and I think that there's been really, really influential for my grappling, being able to actually teach me in the way that I like to be taught.
You faced Robertson last June. You dropped a decision. Looking back at that fight, how do you assess your performance?
The performance, I was happy. I was happy with certain areas of it, and then I was unhappy with other areas. So it was quite a good performance, and in the way that I got a lot from it. I learned a lot about myself, and I also learned a lot about different areas of the game. But I think the main thing that from that performance is I see what I was doing was working. I had the right game plan. I just made a couple of little mistakes, and I feel like I beat myself in that fight. So I'm really keen to get back in there, and it's another good measuring stick. Full credit to Ryan on what he did last time, but he knows it's not going to happen again, and I know as well.
Aftershock 31 is going down in Brisbane. Even though you are from New Zealand, you have fought in Australia often. Does it seem like a second home to you by now?
Yeah, that sort of Brisbane Gold Coast area seems to be coming around to be like my second sort of fight home. I got a lot of friends there that always come out. But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable fighting there. I think actually most of my fights have been in Vegas, and then it'll probably be there second. So yeah, it's coming around. I haven't fought in New Zealand for a long time. I'd like to come back and get here. I think I've only had about two of my 15 or so have been in New Zealand, and yeah, the rest have been away. So it would be good to get one back here, but Brisbane Gold Coast is becoming pretty familiar.
Well, the first step is to win a title, and if you have a belt, then there's a better chance of bringing it back to New Zealand, right?
Yeah, that's it. I've got to get this job done, and I may be able to get a little bit more going on here. But there's no other flyweights in New Zealand at the moment. I mean, we've got me and Kai, and then there's not too much happening. So he probably took care of most of them before I could get to them. So we'll have to sort something. We'll have to sort a few more of these Aussie guys out until some of the new fellas come through and push them back down again as well. So it'll be cool.
Yeah. Going into this rematch with the title on the line, what is the mental approach for you?
The mental approach for me is the measuring stick. This is the perfect measuring stick to measure my skill as a fighter and also measure my improvement from the last fight. And it's obviously the perfect measuring stick because it's the same guy. You know, I'm not going to turn up and be like, oh, you know, I've improved so much, but maybe my style just matched up better with this fella. But the mental prep for this one here is, as we were talking about before, going pro. I just like to get better. I like to get better, and I like to be implementing the skills that I use, and I like to be able to go, did I do my best? Yes or no? That's the answer at the end of here. And I feel like this here, my mental prep is just to be able to exceed my performance by as much as possible against the same guy.
When you lay your head on your pillow at night, how do you see this fight playing out?
It's almost, it's funny you say that because I see him laying his head down asleep. So I'm going to choke him out. There's no secret about it. I'm gonna take his back and put the choke on. He knows when I'm on top of him that he's in danger, and he knows when I push him against the cage that it doesn't matter if it takes 3 minutes. He ends up on his back on the ground. So that's what's going to happen. Rear naked choke. So that's how I see it. I don't see it being easy. I mean, I've been there in front of him before. I know he knows how to go. He's very savvy, very good counter wrestler. But I really enjoyed it. He's good. That's the good thing. That's what excites me. I enjoyed it. He's good. I enjoyed it. He's keen to scrap. I enjoy the fact that he knows I want to put him to sleep, and he'll do everything to do it back. And that's what really, really excites me. He's a fighter.
Before I let you go, I wanted to ask you about, you're not only a fighter, you're also a business owner, Custom Fitness. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, Custom Fitness. We're based in Glenelg, my hometown, and it's a family business with me and my two brothers. So we've got a personal training studio, take people strength training, weight loss. We've got a lot of stroke patients on there that we help with rehab as well. Do a bit of kickboxing with the clients. So that keeps us busy. But that's why I'm so passionate about the sport, because the nutrition that I teach my clients, I'm doing it myself all the time. The fitness programs, the weight loss, and the building back of the strength. So the job really helps with it. It is busy, as we were trying to figure out a time for this one. But yeah, Custom Fitness. Anyone around here want to check us out? Come on in.
You got a website?
Custom.co.nz, but it's custom with a K, like a little fella star jumping.
Awesome. All right, Aftershock 31, Brisbane, Australia, flyweight title on the line. It's going to be a great scrap, because always a rematch is a great scrap. So thank you for your time, Brayden.
That's it. Thank you very much for having me on, and someone get a pillow ready. This boy's going to sleep.